Hey everyone, Melissa from Yoga for Health Long Island. I wanted to speak a little bit today about positive affirmations, what they are, how you can utilize them, how you need to be consistent, and basically how it can really start to shape a new reality for you. So a positive affirmation is a sentence or a word that you want to repeat, something that you want to create in your life. So let's say I want to not feel tired, right? We all go through moments where we're feeling tired and run down. So instead of getting my mindset on, oh, I feel so tired today, I feel tired, right? You can kind of realize how sometimes you have negative affirmations and you're not even realizing them. So before you create this positive affirmation, I think it's extremely important to start to pay attention to your thoughts. What do my thoughts look like? How do I speak to myself? What is your daily dialogue with yourself? And I remember a teacher a while back, I'm not positive who it was, but it definitely left an impact on me, and they said that the most important relationship that you have in life is the one you have with yourself. And at first, if you're kind of new to this concept of yoga and getting to know yourself, you're like, how do I have a relationship with myself? I'm me, right? So that's going back to that inner dialogue. How do you speak to yourself? How do you treat yourself? What do you tell yourself? You are speaking to yourself in your mind, whether you're conscious of it or not. So step one, start paying attention. What am I saying to myself on a daily basis? Maybe take a journal and write down some of the things that are coming up. What's something you say to yourself often? So going back to what I was about to go into is, maybe I want to stop feeling so tired. Right? We have a lot on our plates, and it's okay to feel tired, but if you continue to tell yourself, oh, I feel so tired, I don't feel good, I feel tired, I feel tired, I feel tired, you're going to create this habit in your mind, which is something that you're going to really start to believe as truth, right? So if your mantra is, I feel tired, you're going to feel tired. So let's flip that mantra. I feel really energized. Okay, so if I say that to myself one time in a day, it's probably not going to change much, right? Like for that moment, I'm like, okay, I feel positive, I feel energized, and then back to my normal routine. So not doing it habitually is not going to change you. If you say it once, it's not enough. So the new positive affirmation, this sentence or this word that I want to work towards is, I feel really energized. If I say that throughout my day, if I replace I feel tired with I feel really energized, I'm going to start to feel energized. I'm going to start to believe it. It's going to become a truth for me. It's going to rewire my brain to feel energized. And this has been scientifically backed up. So definitely look into what positive affirmations can do for you. So I think a lot of successful people use positive affirmations even if they don't realize it. I think their self-talk is very positive. So again, step one, notice how you're speaking to yourself. Step two, start to figure out what you want to tell yourself. What's the new pattern you want to work towards? How do you want to speak to yourself? What do you want to change? Then create those positive affirmations, those sentences that you want to say to yourself so that you can continue to start to create the life that you truly want to live. So I feel energized. Another good one is, for me, I am confident, right? So maybe you're going into a business meeting, maybe you're starting a new job, maybe you're starting a new relationship, maybe everything at work has changed and you're just starting new, period. Everything is a new reality. So I am confident, right? Because maybe in your mind you say, wow, I feel really fearful. I feel overwhelmed. I feel stressed. I'm anxious. I don't know what to do, right? So it's okay to have those feelings, but you don't want to keep repeating it to yourself, because then your body, your DNA really starts to believe it as truth. And that's not where we want to go, right? We don't want to feed into those emotions. It's okay for those emotions to pop up, to come up, right? It's normal. We're humans. We're going to be happy. We're going to be sad. We're going to be fearful. We're going to be, we're going to go through this roller coaster of emotions. It's completely natural, completely normal. But you do have the power to not fully absorb yourself in it. Like, I'll give you an example. We were at the beach the other day with my kids, and my older son had changed out of his bathing suit and into his clothes because he didn't think we were going to go back in the ocean. He's like, oh, we're done. Let me change, right? And I got this feeling. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for one more dip. I want to swim one more time. So I start going in the ocean. And I see the look on his face. He is just like, I can't believe she's going in. I changed already. Like, I'm done with the beach. And he just starts to look miserable. And he knows I practice mindfulness. He knows that we practice different things. And I try to keep him as conscious and focused as I can. So I come out of the water. I'm like, hey, buddy, what's going on? Like, what are you feeling? And he's like, I thought we were leaving, why are you going in the water? And I said, well, I just felt like going in for one more time. Why don't you get changed and come? And I could see him like he was stuck in that feeling. He was stuck in that like, no, we're leaving. I already changed. I'm done. So that's a habit I don't want him to continue with. I don't want him to think that once you've made up your mind, you're going to stay with that emotion. I want him to be like, you know what? Yeah. Who cares? Let me change and let me jump back in, right? To be a little more free with things aren't always going to go as planned. Because when we think everything's going to go as planned, that's where we set ourselves up for disappointment. So, of course, you want to have a game plan. And if it doesn't work out, I want you to try to practice on how you deal with those emotions. So the emotions come up because the plan didn't go the right way in our mind. But maybe we can adapt easily, or more easily than we have in the past, by using positive affirmations. So you're in a situation, you're angry, or you're upset, or you're mad. Try to remember one of your positive affirmations, something that can correlate to what's going on. So for him, I'm like, buddy, use your power of affirmation, of positive affirmation. I'm like, what's a sentence you can use for yourself right now? And he's sitting there and he's all angry and, he doesn't want to be bothered. And he's like, Mom, with her mindfulness, And all of a sudden he's like, it's okay for things to change. That's what he says. And I'm like, perfect. He's got it. He understands. So I'm like, buddy, just sit here for a few minutes, close your eyes, listen to the sound of the ocean, listen to the kids playing, listen to the birds. Say that positive affirmation as many times as you need. So he sits there. You see him all quietly. I walk away. I go back in the ocean, but I'm watching, And he sat there for a good 5 minutes, I'd say. At least a good 5 minutes. So I guess, yourself still wants to like fight. Like, no, I'm allowed to be mad. I'm allowed to sit in this, in this sorrow and this feel bad for me feeling, And then all of a sudden, I see him get off the chair, puts his towel around him, switches back into his bathing suit, and comes running into the water, smiles at me, and jumps right in. So I'm trying to give him those tools at 11 to see that it's okay to feel that emotion. It's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong about being angry or being frustrated, but we don't want to, like, swallow ourselves in it. We don't want to sit with it for too long. Like, it's okay to be in it however long you need, but don't let it ruin your day. Don't let it change everything for the rest of the course of the day. So come back to some kind of positive affirmation, and over time, by utilizing these sentences and these things, you're going to start to change your patterns in your brain. And you're not going to have to do it as much, right? You're going to see the positive more often than you see the negative. You're not going to have to try so hard to break out of old habits because you've created new ones for yourself. Another positive affirmation. I feel healthy. I feel relaxed. Those are two really good ones, right? You might eat a salad and then you might eat a chocolate donut. Either way, you can still feel healthy. Do you want to eat 100 chocolate donuts? No. If you choose one and you eat it, okay, you move on. You can still be healthy. You can still feel healthy. You can still feel nourished. It's really all about mindset. Of course, like I said, you're not going to just go eat 100 donuts and, hope that you stay healthy. But if you make certain choices that aren't the best choice for you, don't dwell on it. Don't live in it. They say if you continue to focus on the past, you're going to live in depression. All of the, I should have done this better, why didn't that happen, I can't believe this, like just hanging on to stuff that is already gone. It's gone, it happened. There's absolutely nothing you could do to change the past. Nothing. So let it go. Continue to create healthier habits. If you're constantly worried about the future, what's going to happen, what's coming next, I'm not sure, I'm this, I'm that. That's where all of that anxiety comes from. The anxiety of the future, the what ifs, the unknown, all of this. So you can spend a lot of time in that space worrying about what's coming next. And I've definitely had my share of time in that space. I used to be extremely anxious as a young adult. And over time, I've really created new pathways in my mind. I grew up dealing with a lot of negativity, and for a long time I blamed that. Like, oh, well, my parents were really negative, so this is why my mindset's like this. And eventually I had to take ownership for what I was going through. It's like, okay, yes, maybe you were raised a certain way, maybe you experienced life a certain way, but now you're 35, which at the time I was 25 thinking this, but now you're 25 and you cannot keep blaming it on anyone else. You have to let that go. Get out of that victim mentality. Let it go. Stand up, get determined, and start making change. Okay, so again, look into positive affirmations. Do a little more research. See how they can change your mindset, how they can change your outlook on life, and how they really can help you to create a new outlook, a new life for yourself. Yeah, so let's end with a short little meditation. So I invite you to sit up tall, gently close the eyes down. Just relax here for a moment. And I want you to repeat to yourself, I can create the life that I choose. Life that I choose. And maybe right now you're like, no, I can't. I'm stuck at this job. I'm stuck at my parents' house, or I'm in quarantine. And you have all these limitations to yourself. Let go of the limitations. Let them loose. I can create the life that I choose. I can create the life that I choose. And I want you to believe it with every ounce of your body. I can create the life that I choose. I can create the life that I choose. I have the power. Say that one. I have the power. And again, let go of limitations. Let them go. We can only limit ourselves within our mind. Let the limitations go. I have the power. I have the power to create change. I am in control. I have the power to create change and create the life that I truly want to live. Take a deep breath here. So for the rest of this week, I want you to focus on some positive affirmations, a sentence or a word that can really help you to create something new, a new habit, a new pattern. Let go of the limitations that are holding you in your old ways, and really believe it as truth as you say it. And do it more than once a day. Do it 100 times a day if you can. Just continue to repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. It's going to keep your mind focused. It's going to help you to create new patterns. It can truly change your life. I hope you enjoyed this video on positive affirmations, and I look forward to the next. Thanks for following us, and please comment.